Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very fourth hour of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion.
The very same.
This performance is not technically a relaxed performance, but the lights will be staying like this, and there may be some loud noises from Wilhelm, from Wilhelm out the back there, Chloe Wilhelm, as we call her. And there will be some music as well. Please do feel free if you do need a little break, if you feel like it's getting a bit too much. I know, James, we can get a bit too much, can't we?
They're very intense.
Yeah, do feel free to leave and re-enter the performance. If you do need help with anything, catch the attention of Naomi, our wonderful stage manager over there, who's doing a little dance. So here's how it works. Tabletop role-playing game. Each of the four people around me has a unique character with a unique set of traits that they interact with a world with. And I am controlling that world. Everything else in it will describe what happens to them. And we'll interact with the world and with each other using dice rolls. The story so far is that the people of Holmwood in the mines, guys, it's right in front of a microphone. The people of Holmwood have been forced to mine for the last 4.5 years, mining a mysterious ore that explodes, as far as we can tell, if it is exposed to fire. They've decided they've had enough. Enough is enough, and the cult that was keeping them down no longer has their god evident on this plane, so they've decided to rebel, and they have killed several members of the cult, taken their clothes, and basically done the Han Solo Chewbacca thing, and marched out of the mines and marched up to the town hall, and they were just, as we left off, planning on how to best lead an assault on the town hall, whether stealthily or not. We'll jump straight back into the action in a second. First, let's meet our players and their characters. So please give us your name. Please give us your name, your character's name, and their pronouns, and give us a little bit about them.
My name is Nemo. My personal pronouns are they, them. My character is elf rogue called Telemachus, who also uses they, them pronouns. And they're kind of a John Lawrence revolutionary, very excited to save the day and free some people.
Good. Cool.
I'm G. My character is a large bird person, about 5 feet tall, sort of looks like a parrot, whose name is commonly known as Harvey, because nobody can be bothered pronouncing that, apart from me, apparently. Yeah, he's a bit of a wild card sometimes.
Bit of a wild card, okay.
My name's James. I'm playing a warlock tiefling called Locke, and he has the usual red skin, horns, and let's not forget the tail. He is all up for revolutionising, but probably maybe a bit more violently than others.
And it's a tale of two tales, isn't it, James?
Yes, but I only have one.
No, but you also have
a tale to tell.
You're familiar.
Oh yes, I also have a little demonic thing, which is now looking like a toad, an invisible toad, so it's not looking like anything, on my shoulder.
Fantastic.
And I am also James, and I play Gregor Bloodgrip. Nice callback there, if you were here last year. Who, let's say, is a cousin of Almorn Bloodgrip, but a lot angrier. He is small and he gets angry and he hits things, and he's been getting fairly pumped and angry working in a mine for the past 5 years.
For those of you who are really into the lore, of course, Almorn Bloodgrip was Sirican, and Gregor will be a Derrylander, which means that they were technically at war until recently, if you want to build that in.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
They are until 5 years ago when Almorn disappeared and Cthulhu appeared. That's not to imply that Almorn became Cthulhu. That's not what happened.
Have you ever seen them in the same room together?
I actually haven't. You're right. Okay.
Olmorn died and then was brought back to life.
So, the party, including a good dozen or so commoners and other members of the rebellion that haven't yet either been met or have stepped back from the fighting just because they've taken a few wounds. They are all huddled in this sort of side street, looking out into the town square, trying to decide what to do next. In the middle of the town square, they can see a large, unorganized pile of ore that has just been dumped, and slowly a couple of cultists are picking up bricks of this ore and taking it inside town hall. There is also a stockade where a blonde man is he looks unconscious. He's slumped with his hands and head through the stockade. Nobody is really paying that person much attention whatsoever. Yes. The town hall itself is a two-story building across from it. None of you have been inside before. Or not since the calamity.
Was Stockade Man called Pete?
Simon.
Simon.
I was trying to think of man names.
Simon, who is now called Peter.
Simon
That was a
Peter.
Bible
Man.
joke for you there. Yeah, Simon.
Bloody RE teachers.
Yes, I do have another day job.
We're gonna try and we love Simon.
Would you like Simon? I reckon
Right.
your best place to get him.
Okay.
The town hall. So it's 2 stories. What's it like window wise?
There are some windows, yeah. It's probably one of the only buildings in the entire town made out of stone. And the windows are fairly wide. Think Georgian construction.
Oh, I like that building. That's a stone building. Good at stone. Like stone.
Oh, you perked up.
Aye. Well, thanks for rescuing me from that mine.
No worries.
My kind of plan before was to go in the back, but now we don't have another sneaky person because the other sneaky person has left. So
Where's he gone off to?
Snuck
He's
off.
He's lurking back there.
She snuck off. She snuck
Oh,
off.
sorry, she's lurking.
No, she is currently preoccupied explaining to the commoners exactly how Flair's hair works.
I'd like to be ringside to that
Me
conversation.
too, actually. Yeah. But
Actually.
Can you? What exactly?
Is it? Yeah. What sort of?
I hate
what's
you
the
all.
sort of-
Oh, I hate you, Jameses.
It's so nice for that to be plural for once.
Yeah.
So you can see Kess is there going, it's amazing. You see, the hair, which looks like flames, is actually flames. And if she's knocked unconscious, the flames stay. And the conversation goes on like that.
Right. I saw a roaster man's face off with that hair.
It's true.
That's pretty. Well, not cool. Hot.
It was hot.
Heats.
It was
heats.
hot.
Something heats.
Anyway, back to the
There's a
task
good
at
pun
hand.
to be
How
made there.
long
I'm not
do you
great
think-
with puns.
will it take to save this person? Could I go there, see if that will lead to a side quest, and come back, or do we have
Okay,
to?
roll. Look. I gave you your free one last hour. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Five.
5. A trickle of blood comes down from your nose. You take 2 psychic damage, and you have no idea what you were just saying.
It wasn't me.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Telemachus is gonna go and talk to Simon or try and save Simon.
And there, Telemachus is dressed as a cult member, aren't they?
Yeah, I
Harvey's
join,
going with?
join them.
Fantastic. So the two of you wander over. Can I get performance checks, please?
I'm really pretending to be a cultist. I'm playing a
Really,
joke.
really. Okay. So you're doing satire. You're doing cultist satire.
Yeah. It's a 10.
That's a,
So,
that,
what about that giant god, eh?
Your performance is very
Harvey rolls a critical success. Fantastic. Which is you're the person who needed it because you're the one with the weird
Yeah,
ragged
yeah.
holes in the back of your robes. Haven't forgotten that.
No, me neither.
So, you managed to just truck over to the stockade. You Telemachus, you make some comment about, let's go see what this idiot's doing? Let's wake him up or something. You make some torture joke, basically, and the cultists that are moving the ore in the center of the square completely ignore you. They think you're part of the cult.
Sorry, is he unconscious?
I was about to say, when you go up to him, he is conscious, but barely.
Right. Are you okay?
I've been better.
What did you do to end up in here?
Oh, just bandying about. And he looks up at you and he sees a cult member. He goes, I was just talking. There's no reason for me to be here.
Talking about rebellion a bit.
As a can I send over because of my pact to the chain thing, I can perceive through my familiar senses.
Yep.
And talk through it as well. So can I
Oh
send
my
it?
god.
Can I send it over invisibly?
So a little.
No, it is invisible. Just what?
It's invisible. Okay, fine.
Telemachus is going to be like, hey, it's me! Hey, Simon! Hey!
Okay. And he goes, and he's visibly surprised, but he manages to hold himself together and not like go, way! Like, hey! No, he holds himself together and goes, Telemachus, you've done it.
Yeah.
You remember, I haven't told you this before, but you remember that Simon was actually thrown in the stockades for trying to incite a rebellion.
Okay.
We're doing it!
Hold it.
Yes!
And I like go to do our secret handshake, realize his hands are like this, and I'm just like,
Yeah, there you go. You just up and down each other.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Hey, Julie.
What's the plan?
We need to get into the town hall.
Yes.
Do you know?
Are you gonna bring me out or not?
Give us a second.
That depends. Are you an architect of any
You're not there.
Oh, we're not there.
You're not there.
Do you reckon that kid's an architect of some kind who can get us in?
We could be
But you're not there.
pretending to
No,
take
I can
him
see what's happening.
as another prisoner into the building.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea? I mean, they already know I'm in the stockade.
Have you been to see the Overseer?
No.
We could be taking him to the Overseer.
Okay.
Can I? My voice appears near you. Goes, but you already have a lot of prisoners to take to the overseer.
Okay. I'm gonna say that if you're talking through it, the invisibility drops. Is that?
If you want to, I'm going to make sure. I probably will know that then, and pop in behind the stockade.
Why would it drop? Actually, I'm just being mean for the sake of it. Yeah, so
Simon could
forgotten
cause
your name. Locke's voice appears eventually.
Locke?
Yeah.
I turn and look at him, still hiding in the alley.
Hey, we've got this! We've got Simon! I'm like kind of addressing. What's your familiar's name?
You can't see it.
Oh, okay.
But what's
Peace.
his name?
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Peace.
peace.
It's an ironic name.
Mhm.
He's a dickhead.
Mhm.
Sorry. I just say, could Simon cause a distraction for us to maybe sneak in a bit
I
easier?
don't want Simon to die. Okay.
I don't particularly want to die myself.
Then shall we take over the town hall, or unlock his stockade so he can break out? And
Yeah, I can help. I can fight.
heal him up and let him out then.
I need a sword, but
He seems
I have
barely
one of those.
conscious.
I have a spare one.
Can we break the stockade in such a way that
you can. Yeah, the stockade has not been like super well maintained because
But-
there's been no descent.
Yeah, but can we break it in such a way that he still looks like he's trapped in it, but then is then free to?
Trickier.
Right.
And if you try and do that, you may just like snap the thing and break
Can
it.
I
Okay.
pretend to be pushing him over really hard so that the stockade, break the stockade and then be like,
Is the
Okay.
stockade not locked? Like, have a padlock on it?
It does have a padlock, but the wood is fairly waterlogged and it could easily be like ripped.
But I'm just saying, we have a rogue.
oh yeah. Can I try and
Oh
pick the lock?
yeah. You can try and pick the lock. Yeah, so that would be your proficiency bonus and your dexterity modifier.
When you forget your whole class features.
They were just really getting into it. So dex bonus
Yeah.
and +2 on top of that.
15.
15. Yeah, I mean, again, this lock is not particularly. It's not super maintained, not super well oiled. How have you hidden your lock picking tools on you?
Okay. So Telemachus has like long hair and it's like pinned back kind of
cool.
thing. So yeah.
So they're like disguised as hairpins.
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
That's
Love
awesome.
it. Love it.
I know it's not what you
I-
thought.
Everyone.
So yeah, you easily just click open the lock and it's no trouble
Need
whatsoever.
a visual
I'm still gonna
demonstration.
pretend to push him over.
Roll a performance check.
16.
16. Yeah, that's what you needed.
I love pushing my friends over.
Apparently.
And the two cultists stop and take note of it. They're coming back from the town hall now for some more ore, and they're just like getting the crap kicked out of them, and just carry on. They're not nice people.
So, are we then taking him straight? Like, what's our plan from here?
Like leave him there, and then he can, if there's a ruckus, and he can just jump. Like he can break out, presumably.
We can't just leave him standing here after we've unlocked him and then.
But
go into the
he's
building.
not out of the stockade, so anyone casually looking by
Um,
will see he's
I-
still in there.
You know what? I do a bit of a maverick thing. I want to get a better look inside the town hall and work out what's going on. So
I can do that.
using, yeah, I'm sure you can, but
Yeah.
as a ruse,
He has wings.
I sort of take off. I grab Simon by the shoulders with my talons, and I kind of try and quietly say to him, "Go with it," and I take off with him and start flying him around.
You hear my
trying
voice
to-
say, "This is not
Trying
going to
to
go well."
get a better view in the town hall.
Just,
Okay.
Yeah,
just,
get
just,
him! Get
just for
him!
context, how common are birdmen, and then how common are cultists?
I mean, they're not particularly common, and
Right.
yeah, I did sort of say previously that he would easily be spotted if he did this, but he might have a minute or so to do it. So you get a perception roll.
Crit success.
Critical success, fantastic. So inside, you're able to very quickly do a head count. There are about 20 guards in there, 20 guards, 10 guards, 10 cultists.
Yeah.
You can also see the overseer, whose name you still don't know, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. She's the overseer.
Yeah.
And she looks up, and I did just roll for this. She looks up and catches your eyes
Right.
as you're looking in the window, like holding some flying bars. And she says something. With your perception of 20, you manage to glean a lip reading of the, "Do we have an Orocra?" And one of them goes, "Yeah, in the mines, absolutely. No, do we have an Orocra in the cult flying around the... Get out there!" Right. And they are aware of your situation.
Okay.
Inside, however, you also saw the downstairs of the town hall is full of this ore, which is being put into crates, which are then going to be put, you can glean, onto wagons out the back for transport.
Okay.
There is also a basement of the town hall. You haven't been able to see what's down there at all. The overseer is on the first floor. I said it was 2 stories, so first floor, in a very nice sort of mayoral-looking room that has definitely been maintained. There's this plush red carpet there. As soon as she shouts, though, a couple of people start crashing out of the downstairs section. And they have with them, on a chain, this mangled, snarling humanoid.
That can't be good.
I mean, sure. Yeah, no, that was lovely.
Been waiting to use that for 4 hours.
It's there. You can't even tell its gender if it had any more. Like it's emaciated. You can see the sinew of its muscles clinging to the bones, and it is lipless. And the teeth are filed back into points. This, from now on, will be referred to as a grue. And they have this on a chain, ready to release as soon as you touch down and stop being such a malcontent.
Cool.
Do you want to use this distraction to our advantage?
Can I assume then?
Yes.
Can I
you
assume that
cast
I'm the
fire?
only one that's been rumbled?
No.
Me and Simon, I guess.
Yeah,
Right. I land me and Simon on
But I
top of the
know-
town hall.
fantastic. Okay.
Can I quickly use that as a distraction and run to the back of the town?
Absolutely. Right. So let's I know you guys want to do something as well, so let's try and go in a semblance of order. I won't make you roll an initiative quite yet. But yeah, so can I get an athletics check from you? A stealth check from you, and I'll come to you in a second.
We're
13.
still in alleyway.
Yeah.
We're clever.
13. You and Simon do manage to land just on the top of the roof without hurting him too much. The roof is sloped, and it is going to be a bit difficult to do anything from here, but you're up here now.
Okay.
What did you get, Nima?
27.
27.
Yes.
When you look back down into the town square, Telemachus is gone. Like, you have no idea where they are. They are just ghosted. And you guys lost sight of them as well.
I was looking right at them, and then I blinked, and it's like,
Yeah, they docked behind the stockade and like, no. Where is Telemachus?
Did we even have Telemachus with us?
what's a Telemachus?
Telemachus is like seeing that nobody can see them anymore, and it's just being like ha ha behind all of the ore, and just like getting down on the ground and like squirming and like. Just
She's the most they are the most wholesome rogue I've ever met.
Yeah,
It's
and
amazing.
a very good breakdancer as well.
Are they doing their own sound effects at the same
they
time?
are like
They are.
at any point
And yet
they're
still
just, like,
being stealthy.
yeah.
Still
The sound effects are so quiet that they're more or less just in their head, which is why they end up being so stealthy.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. But where are you headed?
I'm headed to the back of the building where the
Okay.
sort of cult entrance is.
What are you guys doing with this?
Well,
Whilst there's a distraction happening,
we were debating whether one of us could cast fire,
Mm-hmm.
then we realised we have flair.
and also that none of us could cast fire.
Not in that order.
No, in that order for me. I'm not clever.
I don't think Flair has the elemental talent.
She's got hair.
She has got fiery hair, yeah. So what's your plan? Be more specific.
Might I be able to cast with my hand axes some sparks onto the? You said there was barrels of ore.
There's just a pile of it in the town hall, in the town square at the moment.
Oh, in the town square.
Yeah.
I thought it was
In the town hall, there are crates, yes, but you're nowhere near that yet.
Right.
You're on the other side of the square in an alley.
I feel if we got into that town hall and set fire to the ore, it might blow up the town hall.
Yes, but then the town hall would have blown up.
Well,
I mean,
what's
this
the
is your
problem with that?
town.
Then we have no leverage. We want to capture the overseer. You can tell them all to
Oh,
stand
do we?
down. Yeah.
All right. See, I was just going to kill them.
Well, we can do that after.
All right. Well, let's go do it.
Okay. No, we're going to try and stealthily.
If you were doing that,
Okay,
I was
roll.
going to steal.
roll stealth checks.
Can we do it in the kind of like because we're dressed as cultists?
Yeah.
Can we?
Oh, so it's
move
more of a
the-
performance check.
Yeah.
So you're coming out like, what is the meaning of this sort of thing?
Yeah, as we
Yeah.
slowly shuffle round towards the.
I'm not performing. I'm being stealthy.
He's been stealthy,
Fine.
but I'm bringing.
Sure.
I don't have stealth. So, or performance ability.
That's not a good roll, is it, James?
No, but I figured that I was trying to use the distraction to my advantage because
Well,
not
well, I
looking at
use
me, they're
him.
looking at him on.
Okay, roll with advantage. Go on. You've persuaded me.
I got one higher.
It's not better, is it?
While his poor performance is distracting them, I stealth behind with an 18.
So, James, this is going
Which
to
one?
you.
Ah.
This is going to fail. Would you like to role play this failing for us, please?
Yeah. I turn around to everyone and go, "Stay here, guys. I'm gonna get into the town hall." And then walk out going, "Ooh, now then, there's a thing on the roof over there. I'm going to walk this way like this and."
And one of the cultists with the grue goes, "I know you. You're not one of us either."
They've seen
He's a
through
spy,
my
game.
disguise.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
incite it.
And what is Gregor doing?
Stealthing around the.
What did you get, by
I
the way?
rolled an
18,
18.
right.
So I'm on the sort of side of, and I just sort of look over and say, "He isn't one of us. Get him!" As I just sort of go
Okay,
in
fine.
behind them.
Are you going for the front door or the back door?
Have they just come out of the front door?
They've just come out the front door. Telemachus, you'd have overheard Telemachus was very keen on going in the back door.
I feel like the back door's a good. It's out of the way.
I mean, it is out of the way.
Yeah, it's the back door for a reason. It's round the back.
So you're on your feet, so you do catch up with Telemachus. You see them worming.
Nobody
towards them.
can see me. I'm a ghost.
Sorry, you trip over something. Coming to the back door, you trip over something. You look down, and it was Telemachus, and Telemachus is frozen like.
You bloody hell, you
I'm a
do.
ghost. Gregor trips over you.
Okay, cool.
You're just at the back door, both of you. We'll come back to Harvey just to see what you're doing with Simon up the top there.
I guess I'm.
Did you bring a weapon?
I've still got my sword. I think.
Have you got a weapon for me?
Take the sword.
Okay.
It was her who had all the spare weapons.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whoops.
Bernie had a plan.
And I guess
If
I don't
only-
suppose
My plan's
there's
not
any
get captured.
like little small windows in the roof or anything.
Not in the roof, no, but if you were feeling Tom Cruise-ish enough, you could try and smash in to the first floor window
Yeah.
and swing
No.
around.
Well, what I was thinking
That
as well
could go
was-
wrong as well, though.
So having seen how many people were in the room with the overseer, like, am I able to work out how many people are left? Now that I've seen a bunch of people come out with this.
There's still about 10 of them inside.
Right.
There's 10 of them outside, 10 of them inside. One grew, as far as you can tell.
Okay. And what can I see of wars? Like what's happening with war? I see
Warren.
him, with Warren. I see him doing a poor performance, but what?
Yeah, they're all they're approaching him. They're moving on him to arrest him
Okay.
Just a rest, though.
for now.
Oh,
Well, he's on his own, isn't he?
yeah.
Oh, I'm going over here. Like, it's not very threatening.
And did,
No offense.
None taken.
if I was to like swing down and smash in the window, is that into the room that the overseer's in? Is it just one room?
It is. Yeah, it's the room that. Yeah. It's this nice, really big room. It's. There's a balcony directly below you as well. Actually, like the whole point is that this room.
Okay.
This room is the office from which there will be like mayoral declarations. So,
Okay. I'm gonna attempt another possibly stupid thing.
do you want Simon to come with you?
Has he been healed yet?
Simon, no.
No.
Or does he need healed?
But you would know that he, like, the way he holds the sword just lets you know that he can hold himself. He's not a commoner.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a third level fighter at this stage, for your meta knowledge.
We don't have one.
Okay, I'm gonna explain what I'd like to try and do.
Yes.
And tell me whether or not
That's
this
always
is
my
possible.
favourite. That's my favourite opening.
I want to swing down, smash in the window, and as quickly as possible fly across the room, grab the overseer, and smash out the opposite window.
Right, you can get halfway, I would say.
Okay.
So you get to grabbing the overseer. As long as your roll goes well with the smash.
Okay.
Otherwise,
yeah,
you just
gonna try it.
you bird into the window.
Where did they install this bulletproof glass?
What am I rolling against?
I would
What am I
say
checking?
I would say add your strength modifier.
Strength.
So you get more.
11.
I mean, it's more than 10. So you don't embarrassingly just splat, but the window does not break. So what ends up happening is you and Simon jump down onto the balcony and just start smacking the window.
Right.
And the overseer is aware of your presence.
Okay.
It was a good plan, though. Could have gone spectacularly.
Yeah, could have.
Great plan.
Um,
Clearly executed.
I'm going to. I've got two plans. One of them is to intimidate them so much that they think that we've got the overseer, which won't happen. The other one is to run away.
I mean, you've got people on the balcony, so.
I assume I can see that.
Mm.
Yeah.
The other one is to run away.
And the other one is to run away. Depends how good at bluffing I am, and it's been very 50-50 with this dice today. But you know what? It's better than my magic, so I'm going to try bluffing. Because I'm now avoiding using magic, which is useful for a warlock. I, as confidently as possible, just chuckle as they walk closer and say, "Gentlemen, you are blind to the rebellion's efforts. We have the overseer and
they're not all gentlemen, by the way.
Gentle people.
Gentle
so
persons.
sorry. I'm sorry. And some of them aren't even people. Gentle folk.
There we go.
I don't want to offend them, obviously.
This evil cult. No, we don't want to offend you.
And the ore is primed to explode any second. Lay down your weapons.
Why would you tell them?
Deception.
Well, it's technically the truth.
And the natural 20 is the opposite of what I described.
So literally, you're there. I like to imagine. Stop me if you're wrong. I like to imagine your arms are slightly spread in a cocky sort of a stance, and just literally as you go, lay down your weapons, like they just like grab your arms and like, oh,
that's fair,
and start leading you back inside the town hall.
That's fine. That's where I want to be.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I want to be in the town hall. It's fine.
They have also spotted the commoners over in the streets, so there is a bit of a time pressure now as a small shout goes up from the 10 guards and goes, "Ha! There's more of them!" And you hear the compatriots that you've gained over the last few hours start drawing their weapons and go, "Ah!" And it really feels like there's something about to kick off here. We'll go back to you two.
First off, do you want a sword? I have one.
Oh, do I not have any of these?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Here, have a sword.
Cheers.
And also a pickaxe. Do you want one of those?
I like axes. I'll take
You
an
can have a
axe.
pickaxe as well.
I like axes.
Didn't hear there's a time constraint thing there, did they?
No.
Sorry, I was just
You know, the interesting
here
thing
you go,
about
have these.
axes, this stone actually, you see where I've carved
Talk to me more
my
about Claire's hair.
Who are you, Philip?
I'm trying to
No.
decide whether we should go and get the... I'm assuming we can also see them knocking on the window.
No. So you're on the other side of the building, and immediately on the inside is exactly what Gregor wanted to see, which was the barrels and barrels of ore.
I like my plan even more now.
Okay.
Do you have a fire starter? Twisted fire starter.
Do I have one in my hair?
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, they haven't got any of their stuff yet. But if you roll an investigation check...
20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So in the next room
Yeah.
is a massive storeroom with all your stuff.
Hey.
All your stuff.
This
From
seems-
everybody. So you've got like lines of weaponry, you've got whole bundles of rope, you've got tinder, bedrolls. Yeah. Cue montage.
Matrix.
Okay. What's the... I'm trying to wonder, because I can't see that happening, and I think in my head the Overseer is still... Like, get the Overseer is still number one.
I'm just opening a window and climbing in, taking my stuff,
Yeah.
If you're
So you
lighting a fire.
Okay, so you want to light this fire
Yeah.
on the ore. Okay. What is Telemachus
Woman in
doing?
sleep.
Telemachus is
Gregor
saying,
is going to start doing that.
we're going to light this fire in like 3 seconds when I'm running down the stairs again. Then be ready, or get some line so that you're not in the building when it explodes. Maybe that would be.
That doesn't sound like fun at all. Half the fun is running away from explosions and not looking back at them.
Okay, that does sound really cool.
Okay,
It does sound cool, doesn't it?
It does
It's
sound
fun to
really
do.
cool.
I'm going to need to
Let's
press
do
you
that.
for a decision.
I'm gonna run up the stairs and say, "I will be 2 seconds. Get everything ready. Make
I will-
it even bigger."
While all of that was happening,
Can I
Yeah.
can I shift the barrels on top of each other? And actually, I'd like to use my stone cunning and look for a load-bearing wall.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. Like, you can do that. While all of that was happening, Harvey and Simon, you managed to break the window outside.
Okay.
Like, with enough concerted effort, you've got weapons, you're trying to break it. You're going to smash that window.
Yeah.
Smash that like button. You're going to smash that window. When you do, the Overseer lets out a scream, "Release the crew!" And there are 3 of the people in that room run out of the room, and Telemachus, as you are going up the stairs, those 3 people are coming down the stairs, and they're just going to push past you. They don't care about you.
Okay.
What are you guys, you and Simon, doing?
I guess. I mean, are the guards that are left in the room now that we've smashed the window? They're coming at us.
Yeah, they're coming at you. Yeah, absolutely.
Um.
But you can still get to the Overseer this turn. You've still jumped them.
Okay.
It just wasn't as awesome as as it could have been.
If I can get so.
I'm going to
Can-
say that Simon is definitely going to like get himself stuck in, and
I was going to say, can we grab the overseer and like get a sword up to her throat?
yeah, absolutely, you can do
I
that.
don't
yeah.
have the sword.
Roll-
Sam does, but
Roll an athletics check then. I mean, you've got talents. You've got,
yeah.
Oh, that's not great.
No.
Oh my lord! So she actually rolled a 5 as well,
Oh.
Which means she succeeds, right?
which means it succeeds. Yes, because that's what you needed to match or beat. So you have got the overseer. She's restrained, and you are ready to give deadly force. She screams out, "No, wait!" And all of her guards sort of stand there, and Simon is next to you, circling, holding the sword outwards towards the crowd. Meanwhile,
To
uh,
be fair to me now,
Sorry.
I didn't lie at all. We do have the overseer, and we are about to
Go
blow
on,
it up.
Yeah.
I just say to her, call off the crew.
okay,
That's
Um,
too late. It's
and yeah, she
release the
definitely say it's too late.
Yeah.
She just looks at you,
But that's what I say.
chuckles. You're being brought in the front door under arrest. We-
Okay, if I've got my arms and everything like
Yeah,
behind my back, am I still able to cast spells?
no.
In that case, can my
What,
familiar?
what you can see is the ruckus that I've been describing. So you see Gregor poised, you see Telemachus going up the stairs, you see those 3 coming down the stairs, and they loop around the stairs to go down into the basement.
oh,
Okay. Can I? So, but I can I cast any spells behind my back?
No,
Like
not. I mean, technically it depends. Like, I'm gonna say no
Okay.
because
Well,
I don't know how that works with the spell system that we're using at the moment.
Cool. Well, okay, so there's not a lot I can do, is there?
No.
Um,
I just wanted to see if you had any bright ideas. I know you sometimes do.
sometimes I do.
don't you have a little creature that can chew through ropes and stuff?
I can. I was going to get my.
I mean, he's not tied up. He's literally being like
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
manhandled, frog marched, ironically.
how many? I've got
Bite
2
them.
people.
By 2 on you, yeah.
Cool. In that case, what I want to do is get him to appear and cast Scare
Okay.
on one of them,
That's a spell.
which is I believe it's charisma check, is it?
Charisma check. I rolled an 18.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So that'll pass.
Of course it will.
So Quasit appears.
No
in
wisdom, but either way.
I mean, I rolled a natural 16.
Yeah.
So the Quasit appears in front of him and goes, "Wah!" And he goes, "Oh, look, a Quasit." Sorry, buddy. Okay, whose turn is it? Telemachus.
I thought it were very scary.
When
And
they,
Gregor.
like, push past me and run down, I'm gonna get my 2 daggers and try and, like, throw them.
Okay, fantastic. Roll 2 attacks. I'm playing real fast and loose with the rules because we've only got 10 minutes.
16 and 20.
16 and 20, those both hit. Roll damage. Natural 20 or
Natural
modified?
20.
Natural 20. So for the first one, you want to roll just the d4 and add your dexterity modifier.
4.
4. So that guy gets stuck in the shoulder with a dagger. And I'm still not used to it yet. And the second one, you roll the d4 twice and add your dex modifier. Yeah, and that guy is practically killed by that just one strike. Like he falls down and starts bumping down the stairs. Unfortunately, I did say that there were 3 of them.
Yeah.
So the third one does manage to do what I described earlier and get around and start going down into the basement. Gregor, what are you doing? Just holding fire for now?
They asked for 2 seconds. I've given them 6. I've given them 3 times as many
He's not
seconds
wrong.
as they wanted.
He's not wrong.
And I see no sign of any overseer. You remember that rope, though, that I found? That I've got a nice bundle of rope.
Yep.
Can I just chop, like, however long an explosion might take?
You have no idea. Like, not even clever people have to sit and do maths for this.
Tell you what, I'll chop off a foot of it.
A foot. So 12-inch of hempen rope. Look, I'm just going to tell you, that's going to take a while to burn through.
All right. I've got leather strapping around me.
Okay.
Probably. And
Yeah.
We're wearing cloaks.
That's true, you are.
I'll,
You're going to Molotov it.
yeah, I'm Molotoving it.
That'll take less time.
As I light it.
Okay, fantastic.
Can I have a free action to say to the 2 holding me? I think we might want to run.
Roll an intimidation check.
15.
15. They agree with you. they throw you forward towards the barrels and just start running back
Can I
out.
chase them and hack at them?
I mean, they're a little bit far away. They're about 40, 45 feet away. I know I'm being a bit fast and loose, but so that's your action was to start the fire.
That was an action, okay.
Yeah. We'll go upstairs. You have no idea what's going on, but Telemachus comes bursting in through the door, scaring the living daylights.
Hey!
Scaring the living daylights out of the cult, who really feel like they're losing at this point.
Explosion's about to start. We might want to leave.
You hear a shout from downstairs.
Cheerio.
I try to drag the overseer back towards the smashed window and balcony.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
and grab Simon by the arm or neck, just like pushing him towards the window.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, okay, so roll dexterity saving throws, I'm going to say, for both of you, because we're rolling against the... That's not great, is it?
No, is it? Just
No.
6.
Just 6.
21.
21, yeah, you and Simon are fine, you've got... you're a little bit caught up with the overseer, but would you as an instinct, do you think, turn her in the way of the explosion instead of you? Or would you not even think of that? What type of person is Harvey in that regard? Think about it for a second. Meanwhile, the last what Locke sees is the cultist running up the stairs from the basement, followed by 20 of those monstrosities. 20.
Why am I always in the worst?
Let's leave and shut the
Love
doors
you,
after
James.
us. Oh, God.
20 grew, snarling up the stairs. Teeth bared because they have no lips, and just bawl over this cultist and push him out of the way. One of them stops to eat out his throat, and the rest of them are pouring out into the town hall. Meanwhile, you did see Gregor light a part of his cloak, which he turned into a makeshift fuse, and the ore is about to go
And
off.
then
I'm going to run away.
You're going to run away.
Obviously.
I ran out the front door and closed it behind me.
Okay.
The back door is still open.
You just go, oh, I'm running away, and then you just close it. I'm like, I'm right here, man.
So you're going out the front door.
Yeah, I'm following him.
Okay.
Well, I'm running as away from the
Your
crew.
familiar is caught the other side of the grove, your little closet. So you're leaving it behind, and you're not too bothered about that because you know that you can recall familiars. But the familiar doesn't think about that. The familiar is really, really bothered by the fact that it's about to be eaten by a grue, or likely to be eaten by a grue. So, there you go. So it flies back into
turn
the
into
ore.
a bat.
Don't worry, I'm getting there. It flows back into the ore room and decides to transform to try and get away. And as the magic is cast near the ore begins to hum and to vibrate in a way that you recognize from the mine. That's all you see, because by that time, you guys have jumped out of the balcony and are starting to... the explosion hasn't happened yet, but Harvey, you take 4 bludgeoning damage from the fall, as you didn't really manage to go out the balcony very usefully.
Yeah.
Would you say which way round did you have an answer to that question?
I wouldn't intentionally use
No.
the Overseer to shield myself.
Fair enough. The Overseer also takes some bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Do I just see them land next to me?
Yeah, you do. No, because you're going out the back door.
Oh, okay.
So you're the other side of the building. And then the entire thing goes up. I was really hoping you had something. And there's a fire start. It's not like a movie explosion. It's more green, and the flames lick out of the windows for just a second, break most of the glass. The Gru are mostly immolated immediately by the explosion.
Burn.
As a reflex, just my wings kind of like cocoon over my head.
Right, cool. And the building doesn't actually look structurally unsound, despite your trying to demolish the building. There wasn't quite enough there.
I feel like a failed dwarven kind.
And as you're looking, Gregor, you notice actually a lot of the ore didn't go off.
What? I should have gone.
Oh.
back in.
So,
I feel like I should investigate.
um,
That's,
ma-
that's what you're supposed
outside in the town square, I will say, outside in the town square, the confusion has really helped the rebellion. The people who were meant to be sleeping for the night shift in the surrounding houses have come out to try and help, and the 20 or so guards that were left in the town of Holmwood were completely overwhelmed. Outside, there are some dead, some captured, but the rebellion has won the town square. Harvey lies with the overseer, grappled on the floor, and Simon gets to his feet as well, assuming you let him.
Yeah.
No, you're here.
Simon's like, oh, we did it, Simon!
And I was there too. Along for the ride.
And so yeah, I'm sort of pinning the Overseer to the ground with both my arms sort of on her shoulders and like a talon in the like small of her back.
Yikes. Gregor has seen what he's seen. Locke has just got out of the...
Luckily,
did you
I'm
roll
resistant
your
to fire.
dexterity saving throw?
No, but I'm quite resistant to fire damage anyway.
Yeah, I mean, roll it anyway.
Nope.
Okay.
You could have guessed it was going to be a no.
Yeah, I could have. So you take 5 fire damage because of your resistance. It would have been
Lovely.
10 otherwise. Because you're a little bit removed from the explosion. And as the bodies of the Gru become apparent in the middle of the town hall, and you've got the panting fighters outside the front, Simon getting to his feet, the cult leader, the overseer, not the leader of the cult, but the overseer of the town captured, and Gregor mysteriously seeing that much of the ore didn't go off, there is a cheer that raises from...
Revolution!
From... Exactly.
Can I raise a flag or something? Just made out.
Do you hear? That's all you get. So
Just running up to the balcony and
that is where we're going to leave our first day of
Yes.
Adventurers Wanted.
feels
Thank you
about
very much, everybody.
feels about 2/5 as long as the last year's one.
Yeah,
Which is kind of weird. It feels like it's gone a lot quicker.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was great fun being back. Thank you all for playing along.
Thank you, Leo.
Thank you.
Come back tomorrow if you're watching on the Twitch stream or if you're watching on YouTube later. I hope you continue to watch the next one in the playlist. But also follow us on Twitter at Adventurers250. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We also have a Patreon. We do monthly shows in London, and we do often do one-offs to try and get people into the hobby and try and introduce people. Very quickly, can I just hand over to you guys and allow you to plug whatever you need to plug? We'll start with Nemo.
There's Bechtel Theatre. They're going around to Edinburgh Fringe shows and seeing if they are past the Bechtel test, and which is two women talk on stage about something that isn't a man. And so if you have any shows that do pass that, then tell them and they'll come and big it up.
Fantastic.
I'm working on a show in the Traverse. The preview performance is tonight at 6:45. It's called Coriolanus Vanishes. It's a psychological thriller, and yeah, it's good.
Cool.
I have a show for children, so if there's any parents watching, bring them along. It's at 1:20 in Sweet Venues. Also doing a one-off, well, two-off, on the 13th and 14th, a grown-up show in which we have combined Beauty and the Beast and Fight Club. It will be weird.
What's it called?
Beast Club.
There we go. I work here at Sweet Venues, and we have a ton of shows. Since I've said I would big it up, go see Agents Provocateurs with Jojo Bellini. It's all about female spies, and she sings a lot of songs, and it's rip-roaring good fun.
She's very good.
Yeah, and come see this live.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
must.
and imaginary porno charades.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a funny show. Anything at Sweet's good. You can't really go wrong. Well,
Cool. We need to break down and let the new people in. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you next time.